We found a phone in the forest. The videos on it were not human. The air in Blackwood Creek Trail always hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying pine, a smell I used to find comforting. Not anymore. Now it's the smell of dread. It all started with the phone. Liam, ever the magpie drawn to anything out of place, was the one who spotted it. A stark black rectangle half swallowed by mud and a clot of last year's leaves. "Score!" he'd yelled, his voice echoing through the cathedral of ancient trees that walled us in. Maya rolled her eyes, her usual response to Liam's boundless, often idiotic, enthusiasm. I just shrugged. A lost phone wasn't exactly buried treasure. He wiped the mud from the screen. It was an older model, the glass fractured in a spiderweb pattern, yet when he pressed the side button, the screen flickered to life with an almost malevolent brightness. 58% battery, Liam whistled. Must have been lost recently. Or, it's just weird, Maya muttered, pulling her jacket tighter. The sun was beginning its slow descent, painting the canopy in shades of orange and blood. Leave it. It's probably got some hiker's whole life on it. It feels wrong. Of course, Liam didn't listen. He swiped it open. No passcode. His thumb hovered over the gallery icon. Let's just see if there's a clue who it belongs to. That was his excuse. The truth was, we were bored, miles from civilization, and morbidly curious. He tapped the icon. The gallery contained only 6 video files, all time-stamped for today. The first thumbnail was a shot of the trail, instantly recognizable. He pressed play. The video was shaky, filmed from a low angle behind a thick-barked oak. After a moment, 3 figures walked into the frame from the left. It was us. I saw my own stupid grin, Liam telling some crude joke, Maya playfully shoving him. The audio was faint, distorted by wind, but the chilling part wasn't what we were saying. It was the perspective. The camera was a good 50 yards away, hidden. Someone had been watching us. "What the hell?" I whispered, feeling the first cold tendril of unease snake up my spine. "Okay, that's creepy," Liam admitted, his own smile gone. "Some prankster, maybe? Hiding in the woods?" Maya snatched the phone. "I told you to leave it. This isn't funny, Liam." She scrolled to the next video, her finger trembling slightly. This one was time-stamped 10 minutes after the first. She played it. The view was closer now, filmed from a dense cluster of ferns just off the trail. It showed the exact moment Liam had found the phone. We saw ourselves huddled around it, our backs to the camera. The only sound was a low, rhythmic breathing. It wasn't human breathing. It was too slow, too deep, with a wet, guttural catch at the end of each exhale. Then, the video glitched. For a single, horrifying frame, the ferns in the foreground seemed to part, and a sliver of something tall and bone-white, impossibly thin, was visible before the image snapped back to normal. "Did you see that?" Maya's voice was a choked squeak. "A glitch," Liam said, though his voice lacked conviction. "A corrupted file. This phone is busted." But we all saw it. It wasn't a glitch. It was a glimpse. A profound silence fell over us, broken only by the chirping of unseen insects, and that wet, rasping breath that now seemed to echo in our minds. The sun had dipped below the tree line, and the forest was rapidly succumbing to a deep, inky blackness. We needed to leave. Now. "We're going back to the car," I said, taking charge. "We'll walk fast. Stick to the trail." As we packed up, the phone buzzed in Maya's hand. A notification. New memory created. My blood ran cold. She fumbled with it, her face pale in the twilight. A new file had appeared at the bottom of the gallery. Video number 7. The timestamp was for 5 minutes in the future. This was the moment the ground fell away from beneath us. This wasn't just a recording of the past. It was a script for the future. Don't, I begged, but I knew it was useless. We had to know. Maya played the video. The footage was dark, illuminated only by the frantic, bouncing beams of our flashlights. It was chaotic. A handheld view of us, running, not jogging, but sprinting in pure, animal terror. My own voice was screaming Maya's name. Liam was cursing, his words swallowed by panicked gasps. The camera whipped around to show the path behind us. Nothing but darkness. But the sound, oh God, the sound. It was a cacophony of chittering, wet clicks, and the heavy thudding footfalls of something enormous, running with a lurching, uneven gait. The video ended abruptly as the device seemingly fell, the lens pointing up at the dark canopy as a long, spindly shadow blotted out the stars. The phone screen went dark, reflecting our 3 horrified faces, and from the woods behind us, a twig snapped. We didn't need a second cue. We ran. Our flashlights cut frantic, useless tunnels through the suffocating dark. Branches whipped at our faces, and roots seemed to grab at our ankles. Every shadow was a monster, every gust of wind a pursuing whisper. Behind us, I could hear it. The same sounds from the video. The heavy, loping run. The wet, clicking noises that sounded like bones being ground together. It was keeping pace, toying with us. "The cabin!" I screamed over the pounding of my own heart. "The old ranger's cabin! It's off the trail, to the left!" It was a desperate gamble, a deviation from the future we'd seen on the phone. Maybe, just maybe, we could change the script. We veered off the path, crashing through the undergrowth. The cabin loomed out of the darkness, a sunken, decrepit silhouette. The door was hanging on by a single hinge. We threw ourselves inside, slamming the rotting wood shut and ramming a fallen beam against it. For a moment, there was only the sound of our ragged breathing, the air thick with the dust of decades. Outside, the forest went silent. We'd done it. We were safe. We had changed our fate. We huddled together on the floor, shaking. Liam let out a choked, hysterical laugh. We beat it. We actually beat it. As if in answer, the phone in Maya's hand buzzed again. One last time. A new video, time-stamped for this very moment. With a sense of grim finality, she pressed play. The video opened on the interior of the cabin. It showed 3 figures huddled on the floor. It showed me, my face streaked with dirt and terror. It showed Liam, trying to force a relieved smile. It showed Maya, her eyes wide as she stared at the screen in her hands. The perspective was from the darkest corner of the room, a corner we hadn't checked. The on-screen camera began to pan slowly, tilting downwards. It moved past a long, spidery, 3-fingered hand. The skin was pale and tight, like dried parchment over bone. It kept panning down, showing a cracked black screen clutched in that grotesque hand. On that screen we could see a reflection of the cabin, a reflection of us, a reflection of a reflection, spiraling into an infinite, terrifying loop. The video didn't cut out. It simply ended. The phone in Maya's hand fell to the floor with a clatter. The chittering, wet clicking didn't come from outside the door. It came from the corner of the room. It had been in here with us the whole time. It was the one holding the camera. It always had been. I'm writing this now, but on what? With what? The memory of the cabin, the forest, the chase, it all feels both intensely real and horribly dreamlike. Sometimes I think we never escaped the woods. Sometimes I think we never even found a phone on the trail. Maybe it found us. And maybe, just maybe, the final video hasn't finished recording yet.